From a town whose name was ruined by Penn State football,
That's a joke. Did you get that one? It's a play on words. We like to have fun here.
sits a peninsula full of roller coaster greatness. This park sits on Lake Erie, 1 hour west of Cleveland. But unlike Cleveland, this park is not mistake, nor factory of sadness.
You are a factory of sadness!
Cedar Point. Approach the park with one of the most scenic drive-ups you will find, gazing upon the roller coaster skyline, making you wonder how the hell Ohio could look this good. Drive through the parking lot and try to slaughter a group of birds that stand in your way. Arrive 20 minutes before early park entry and bask in the presence of your fellow roller coaster nerds. Listen to all the useless coaster knowledge and facts being spewed that people who do not care about roller coasters will absolutely be dying to listen to. Enter and skip the 2 new credits in front of the park in favor of old reliable Millennium Force. Discover a deeply rooted hatred for water dummies as you spend most of your early park hour watching water dummies drain in the exit station. Board your train and feel pain for the ride ops who will have Technonaut burned into their brains for eternity. Get your ride in and realize that Millennium Force is so overrated by people that it is now underrated, and be amazed at the speed and pacing of the ride. Come across some llamas and immediately snitch the park out to PETA, as hearing enthusiasts talk about roller coasters is most definitely animal cruelty. Get your Fast Lane Plus Pass, the American Express Platinum of park goers, as the park opens to the public with a very odd sounding ode to America. Watch all the ladies line up as you pull out your fast lane at Valraven, the B&M LeBron James coaster. Named after a Pokemon you are not familiar with, and immediately skip 75% of the line. Suck it, peasants. Surely every fast lane at Cedar Point will allow you to skip the same amount of the line every time, right? This won't age poorly at all. Head to Raptor next and immediately get to the front of the line with your fast lane this time, and be happy as the ride stands the test of time for your last visit 16 years ago and doesn't pinball your head on the final brake run. Next up, you will encounter the oldest roller coaster in the park, named after a running naked Smurf, Blue Streak, and be surprised at the decent airtime you get from it. Head to the new boardwalk area, which Knott's Berry Farm definitely does better despite not even having a huge body of water along it. Then remember Knott's Berry Farm as Coast Rider and change your mind immediately. Get ready to skip to the front of the line on Gatekeeper. Wait, what's this? I still have to wait 10 to 15 minutes from this point? Be in shock as you skip less of the line on a less popular attraction, but then realize that must mean the most popular rides allow you to skip the most. Test your hypothesis on Maverick and trust the science as you get right to the front. Disregard the inconsistencies of the fast lane system as you can essentially ride one of the most popular rides in the park as many times as you want. Continue your journey in the best back of the park in the world and gaze upon the RMC masterpiece known as Steel Vengeance. But then you'll have to wait a bit as you get stopped by a train. And then the ride broke down while you were stopped by said train. Luckily, the ride goes back up quickly, and all that stands between you and the ride platform are some TSA agents. Get past them and watch the people with zero awareness put down their restraint after buckling their seatbelt. Finally get on and experience roller coaster nirvana as you are baptized in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Shilky. Decide it is perfectly logical to just stick in the back of the park for Maverick and Steel Vengeance, but can't as there are more credits to acquire. Stop for a bathroom break and have none of the stalls locked properly, and start to feel bad for those who have to make their emergency number 2 a public show. Go in another bathroom later that is brand new and be confused. Get excited as you get the magic seat on Magnum XL 200, but then get sad as you realize that rides get rougher after having not ridden in 16 years and get beaten around. But hey, can't beat that view though. Decide that you wouldn't be sad if Cedar Point told Magnum about tending the rabbits while putting a bullet in its head. Pass the other roller coaster named after a Pokemon, Rougarou, the direct evolution of Mantis. Be surprised as the roller coaster is smooth and forceful, and realize you need to stop listening to most enthusiasts on the internet. Make fun of the fact that most of the park areas are themed to Frontiers, Midways, or Snoopy. Seriously, look at the map. How could you have so many Midways? This is giving off serious Six Flags vibes. Come across the massive Great Wall of Dragster as Ready to Go by Republica plays from deep down in your subconscious. Surprisingly, see nobody hitting on girls by telling them about the Dragster renovation theories. Watch white people do the only thing at basketball they are good at, shooting three-pointers, as you start to get additional rides on the coasters you liked. Spend $17 for lunch at Panda Express, a poor decision, but then make a good decision and spend the same amount of money at dinner time for burnt ends, mac and cheese, and cornbread at Backbeat Q. Because it totally makes sense that sesame chicken and burnt ends would cost the same. Eat your barbecue as you enjoy the soothing sounds of the Aero chain lift and anti-rollbacks. Spend the rest of your day flashing your Fast Lane Plus supremacy and getting plenty of quality re-rides. This summer, realize there's more to Ohio than Drew Carey, spaghetti with chili on it, and the Ohio State University. Cedar Point.